When people call Boromir from The Lord of the Rings the most human character, what they actually mean is that he is the most relatable character. It can seem like there are a lot of great characters in The Lord of the Rings and the Silmarillion and everything else to do with Middle-earth. There are a lot of great characters, but they are all sort of overpowered or just phenomenally beautiful or just outlandish for us as mere mortals. So I can see where the appeal of Boromir comes from, because he is the one that we can most see ourselves in. However, I do feel as though people overly cling to Boromir as a character when looking for examples, and sometimes overlook characters like Faramir, who was not directly tempted by the ring, but was more tempted by the fact that he could gain his father's affections if he took Frodo and the ring back to Gondor. It wasn't the actual ring itself that was really tempting Faramir. And I think that's a really important thing to note, that Faramir is sort of a mini Aragorn, and he's perfectly human. In fact, he's the same as Boromir in terms of his standing. They're literally brothers. So when people talk about Boromir, it's also important to note that there are other characters that we could define as relatable. Just because he has a flaw does not mean he is just like you or you could see yourself in him. It's tempting, especially with a cast of phenomenal characters, but there are other relatable characters in The Lord of the Rings.